Year 2, Bowl Week 3. The run ends here. Let's go ahead and get started. Welcome back to another DNS address. Bowl 3 is complete, and with it, the final DNS team has been eliminated from college football playoff. South Florida entered the Cotton Bowl as the last standing American champions, 13 wins, 1 victory away from the national championship game. Texas had other plans, and unfortunately, they had a lot of points to the final. Texas 66, South Florida 41. Yes, 107 combined points, a playoff shootout. 2 kick return touchdowns, a 228-yard performance from Wilder. Another monster game from Shelton Sampson Jr., and somehow still not enough. The Year 2 championship run officially ends here. Let's get into it. The headline of the week, of course, Texas in South Florida's national title run. Number 3, South Florida met number 7, Texas in the Cotton Bowl with a spot in the national championship game on the line. Texas wins 66-41. South Florida scored 41 points. That usually should be enough. Usually. MVP Jr. completed 31 of 54 passes for 283 and a touchdown. He threw 2 picks, and in a game where the opponent was scoring almost every time they touched the football, those empty possessions mattered. Wilder was outstanding, though. 21 carries, 169 rushing yards, 1 touchdown. He added 59 receiving yards. That's 228 total from scrimmage. Joe Jackson added 64 rushing yards on only 6 carries. Alvin Isaac added 53 yards on a touchdown, and Shelton Sampson closed his season with another huge performance. 15 receptions, 188 yards, 1 touchdown. That is exactly what you want from the star in a playoff game. And then there was JeyQuan Smith, 2 kickoff returns, 2 touchdowns. One of them went for 101. At some point, Texas probably should have stopped kicking him the football. South Florida scored on offense. They scored on special teams. The problem, the Bulls could not get enough stops, and the defense recorded 3 sacks and a forced fumble. And when the scoreboard reaches 66, there's no hiding from it. Texas was simply too much. South Florida's season ends 13-2. The Bulls won the American. They beat Oregon in the college football playoff. They reached the semifinal, and they came within 1 game of playing for the national championship. That is a special season, even when the ending hurts. The stars showed up. There were 3 South Florida players who absolutely deserve recognition in the final game. Wilder with 228 total yards, 1 touchdown. When the stage got builder, Wilder got better. Shelton Sampson Jr., 15 catches, 188 yards, a touchdown. That's a postseason performance. And JeyQuan Smith with his 2 kickoff returns, the 101, and the other one player scoring twice on kickoffs in playoff games, ridiculous. The Bulls didn't lose because their stars disappeared. They lost because Texas was simply scoring too much. They need more film, though. There is no way around it. 66 allowed points. South Florida had enough offense to stay in almost any game. They did not have enough defense to stay in this one. And the turnovers cost them 2 picks by Buren Jr. Against the team pulling up 66. Every possession mattered. The margin for error was basically 0. The offensive player of the game, though, was Wilder, and our special teams player of the game was JeyQuan Smith, of course. A little coaching carousel update. This postseason may be ending, but the offseason is already moving. 2 more former DNS coaches have landed new jobs. Bobby Babcock heads to Kennesaw State. Coach Babcock has been hired by Kennesaw State. His career record is 4-20. He's replacing a head coach that went 20-18. It's a fresh start, new roster, new program, new opportunities. And after a difficult run with Arkansas State, this may be exactly what Babcock needs. Nighthawk heads to Akron. Former Mississippi State head coach Nighthawk is headed to Akron. His career record is 8-16. He replaces the head coach who finished 13-13. Another reset, another chance to build another new chapter heading into Year 3. The coaching carousel continues to do what it does best, make absolutely perfect sense to nobody. Our Built Not Given award this week, of course, is South Florida, because the final score should not erase their entire run. They had 13 wins. They're American champions, the college playoff victory, a trip to the semifinals, one of the best offenses in the dynasty, one of the best individual receiving seasons in the league, and a team that got within 1 game of playing for the national championship. They didn't finish the job, but they earned the right to get that close. That run was built. It was not given. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Bowl week 3 is complete. South Florida falls to Texas, and the final DNS team has been eliminated. The national championship game is going to be played between Oklahoma and Texas. Now, we may not have a team in it this year, but the season still produced plenty to remember overall. Conference championships, a Heisman winner, a regular season, a perfect regular season, multiple playoff teams, a college football playoff semifinalist appearance, and now the offseason begins. The records reset, the coaching carousel keeps moving, recruiting takes over, the portal opens, and everybody starts building again. Because that is the cycle. You win, you lose, you adjust, you reload, and eventually you get another shot. Year 2's over, year 3 is next, and at the Department of National Selection, you select, we collect, built, not given.